Philadelphia, the summer of 1787. Delegates came together to write the Constitution of the United States. 52 of the 55 framers were Orthodox members of one of the established Christian communions, approximately 29 Anglicans, 16 to 18 Calvinists, 2 Methodists, 2 Lutherans, 2 Roman Catholics, 1 Quaker, and 1 open deist, Dr. Franklin, who attended every kind of Christian worship, called for public prayer, and contributed to all denominations. Needless to say, an internal transformation of American society in the direction of a secularized egalitarian state was the furthest thing from the minds of these men.
Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. John Adams.
Once the Constitution had been signed, many members of the convention continued to worry about the scope of the powers granted to the new federal government. James Winthrop of Massachusetts feared that the transfer of power from the states to the federal system would create a permanent aristocracy. And in Baltimore, Luther Martin predicted that the federal form of government would eventually become too expensive. Professor Alexander Tyler wrote,
"A democracy cannot exist as a permanent form of government. It can only exist until the voters discover that they can vote themselves a largesse from the Treasury. From that moment on, the majority will always vote for the candidates promising the most benefits from the public treasury, with the result that a democracy always collapses over loose fiscal policy."
The ratification of the Constitution and the launching of the federal government in 1789 completed the first phase of the building of a new nation in America. A political system was now in place that would last for more than 2 centuries with only modest changes. Americans in the first half of the 19th century developed a deep reverence for the memory of the Revolution, for the Constitution and its framers, and for what they considered the distinctive virtues and special destiny of their society. President John Quincy Adams may have summed it up best when he stated,
"The highest glory of the American Revolution was this, that it connected in one indissoluble bond the principles of civil government with the principles of Christianity."